Will, and he was like, "Oh, okay."
Okay.
I think he was like saying I had a new daddy or something.
I'm not the daddy.
You ain't my daddy no more.
And Kelly replied, she said, "Please hang soon." And I'm like,
Was
yes.
was Will the guy whose booty you ate?
No. I would rather die.
Okay, well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Group Therapy Podcast.
How don't you start recording?
I don't
He just
know.
fucking does
I
this
just
shit.
hit the
He thinks
button
he's pulling
and
a fast one on
wait
us.
for funny shit to happen, and then we start. So we have started. God, it's Tuesday. It's not the normal Monday.
Austin fucked up.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Thank God. See, now we have.
Yeah, so now we're gonna be snowed
This
in.
would have been better. There we go.
Great.
And I wouldn't have been able to be here because
Exactly.
I was coming home from
So.
California, actually.
Oh, there we go.
Layover
So we have
in Colorado.
We have two guests on the podcast this evening. One repeat guest, one new guest. Why don't y'all introduce yourselves?
I'm the repeat guest.
I'm the repeat cat.
Laura. My name is Laura, and I was the one with the STDs.
Oh my
Speak up a
God.
little bit.
I was the one with the STDs.
There we go.
We can hear you.
Hey everybody, I'm Laura's little sister, Haley Benson. Coming on the show for the first time, just hanging out with the big sis.
What a joke. What's your real name?
Darian.
This is Darian. Let me introduce her for you. Darian, she's blonde, beautiful, genius, everything you'd want in a woman.
Wow, thank you,
Isn't
Beans. Great start to the podcast.
Now that we've gotten over our introduction,
And we're taking over.
and also check out our podcast. But let's get back to the main story.
What's that? What's the main
I
story?
don't know. I think that, we've introduced ourselves. I mean, I had a big story with myself about, getting STDs all the time, being a hoe.
You went on. I went back and listened to it, and aside from the editing out, dude,
You edited stuff out.
I
you
know, what a
couldn't
fucking
tell,
dick.
dude. It was bad.
It needed to,
it needed to be edited
Wait,
out.
did you go back and edit it after I listened to it?
I don't know.
No, you probably
Because,
listened to the
I
editor.
listen. Well, you already.
Was it-
What
when
did
did
you
you-
take out?
when
That's
did you
what
listen
I'm
to
getting
it?
at.
Did you listen to it
I
that
listened
night or
to
the
it
next
as
day?
soon as it was posted.
So he
Yeah, you probably heard it then.
Remember, I commented. I was like, I'm literally so excited to listen to this, and I listened.
Because
to
there
it.
was a 10 minutes there that I cut out
plugged
because
in
it
my
was so
Dr.
bad.
Dre beats, not a plug.
Wait, do you actually have beats?
Yeah, they're really old.
Oh, nice. No,
Thank you.
that's
But
dope.
I listened
Darian
to
has
it.
all the nice
I
quality
sound
ones.
like, well, yeah. I could have said something, but I don't want to.
Continue.
I don't know. I don't have much of a story. I got a parking ticket. Not a parking ticket. I got the fucking boring ass ticket yesterday.
Yeah, that's a dumb story. Why would you
Awesome.
I
tell
mean,
it?
my front left headlight was
Can
out.
I interject and say one of my favorite things about this group therapy podcast is how you can hear yourselves vaping. Yeah, you can hear
Way off.
it's so funny. I was like, oh, one of them just ripped a vape.
Wait, let's talk about what are we vaping on tonight?
Oh.
Really though, Austin, I heard some what was that pineapple shit in there.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, I guess.
Justin, what are you vaping on?
Pineapple, pomegranate, strawberry, but
No, it's not.
Wow,
Pound
you're
cake.
quite the
Pound
connoisseur.
cake?
Pound cake.
Pound cake.
Gross.
Ooh.
Pound town.
pound cake
You're
for pound
smoking. You're vaping on a pound cake.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's
Is
like
pound cake the same thing as fruit cakes? That's what I
No,
think
it's
of.
not.
no, it's not. It's like
Pound cake is way better.
Pound cake's super dense, delicious.
It's like bunk cake.
Like
Bun
a
cake,
marble
yeah.
loaf from
Yeah, yeah.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
That's like a pound cake. That's like the.
Would you like to
consistency
taste
of
it?
pound cake.
So
No.
Darian, the listeners. Okay, we have to make the listeners, the imaginary listeners.
So me
feel at
when
home.
I listen
Exactly.
to this
So
later.
tell us, okay, because in all
Tell
honesty,
yourself about
the
yourself.
last time that I really saw you for any extended period of time, aside from saying hello at Dunkin' Donuts, was which we didn't even say anything. I just was
waved
like,
at you.
hi,
Your
and then
friends
you were
were
like,
super cute, or at least one of them.
My
I was
friends?
like, damn.
What friends?
I don't know.
Probably.
Oh, are there like two dudes there?
Yeah.
Oh, they just hang out there. I don't even.
Oh.
I don't really
Was it
know.
the tall one or the short
I
and
can't
more
really
muscular
remember.
one?
At the time,
Probably Dan.
At
No,
the
it wasn't
time, I
Dan.
labeled
It's,
them by their shirt colors, and now I can't
It's the
remember.
two hipster dudes that like play guitar outside in the summer.
That's really
Was
funny.
it those guys or was it?
Yeah,
I
it was
can't even
those
believe
guys.
Dunkin' Donuts is like the spot. Like, that's how pathetic this town is.
No, dude. Dunkin' Donuts is hopping.
Hopping.
Yeah.
But
Only
anyways,
when you're there.
so the last time that I really think I saw you for any extended period of time was probably like, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago.
I had a crush on your friend and took her out.
Which one was it?
Maddie.
Oh,
Maddie.
I see
thought you
her
were
all
gonna
the time.
say you
Yeah.
had a crush on me, Justin, but
Oh,
that's
What the fuck?
fine.
Yeah.
Oof.
I was like, ooh, coming out. Yeah, everybody knows you had a freaking crush on Maddie. You took her to a friggin' concert. Congratulations.
Oh, that's a good story.
Yeah, actually, I would love to talk about that.
Oh,
concert.
yeah.
That was a great concert.
From what I heard,
It was
that was
really
a
fun.
terrible, terrible date.
That was an okay date. I don't know. She just wasn't feeling
All
it.
I remember is that you scraped off her windows for her.
But yeah, it was fucking shitty out, and she didn't have a scraper in her car.
Of course, fucking Gary didn't have a scraper. Of
She
course
didn't have, like, don't make it like so gentlemanly. Like, she didn't have a scraper in her car, and she was like, "I'm just gonna sit here for like an hour." And I have a scraper. Like, you always just like, just give me. So I can do it. I'm like, no, like, just fucking move. Like,
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that didn't work out, but that's just part of her.
Anyways, okay, the last time I saw you, this is what I was getting at. Last time
Okay.
we, like, hung out was a long time ago. I don't know what has happened to you in the last year and a half, okay? I have no idea what's been going on. Are you still dating What's-His-Nuts?
No.
Okay,
We
no.
broke up, like,
fuck that dude.
yeah. Let's see.
He
We
was
got back
weird.
together. Disrespectful. But anyway, the last time I broke up with him, like, a really long time ago.
It's like 2 years ago.
She's been living that single life.
Oh, hell yeah.
How's that?
Really great. I'm really enjoying myself.
I'm not.
February is over. February is like the worst month to be single in probably ever because it's Valentine's Day. It's
That's
cold
true,
as
yeah.
fuck. There's like nothing to do.
Nah,
Yeah.
I disagree. I love Valentine's Day even if I'm single.
Okay.
Why?
Because
Ugh.
I love red and pink. I love candy. I love chocolate.
This is like the first year I've ever heard this, by the
I feel
way.
like you just like holidays. Like, you just like things you can like plan and do stuff
Exactly.
for.
I
Like,
love.
that's your thing.
I love decorations.
Everybody knows LB loves to plan.
I love a good planned party with activities and decorations.
You want me to tell that story about Maddie? Because that was a good story. That was funny.
It sounds like you want to tell
I do
the
wanna
story.
tell it.
I'm ready to hear it.
That was a good story. So, like, I think it was you came, like, no, it was Andrew. Andrew told me that he was going to see Julian Casablancas and the Voids, and, like, I didn't know who the fuck they were.
Andrew!
And he didn't really know who they were, but he thought they were some faggot band. That's how he explained it. Like, this fucking gay fucking band, blah, blah. He was talking mad shit about it, and I was like, I don't know who they are, and I texted you about it, like, who the fuck are these people? And you're like, it's the guy from The Strokes and his new band. I don't know how it came about that, like, Maddie was going, but I totally wanted to go out with Maddie. Like,
Yeah.
I had a mad crush on her, like, without even knowing that you guys knew Maddie.
What?
Mhm.
I saw her at the movie theater, and she was, like, super cute.
Yeah, I still
She was-
see her there all
One
the time.
time somebody like yeah, she still works there. One time somebody tweeted from like Oakland County Crush was like, Maddie who sells tickets at MJI, like you're drop dead gorgeous. I was like, what the fuck?
So
That's
cute.
so funny.
What
Like,
a-
that will be
Thank
me,
you.
but it's not me. Like,
Yeah, I
I'm
was
not-
about to say, like,
I'm not,
Justin,
I'm not
was
about that
that
kind
you?
of, like, display of affection, but,
Secret admirer.
yeah, no, not secret. Like, just admirer.
Yeah.
Just flat out. So I had a crush on her, and I think you were like, let's double date. Because I was single, and Laura was like, let's double date, we'll go to this thing. And Andrew was like, please.
Double dates are so
And Andrew was like,
fun.
please come with to this thing, because it's going to be fucking lame. And I was like, all right. So I planned to meet up with Maddie, and it was
Marion,
Fuck,
that's
I
how
don't-
much I like
I keep forgetting her name. I keep thinking her name's Kira, and Kira gets mad at me because I always forget Kira's name, and like.
Oh my god, you need to do like a shout out, like apology right now.
Sorry, Kira.
We love you, Kiara.
Anyway,
oh my god, she said I
so-
love that.
So I show up at Dunkin' Donuts to meet up with Maddie to go to the show. I planned to I was gonna drive down there because I did not want to drive with Andrew. whatsoever. Andrew's a shit driver.
Oh yeah, I drove in them.
Fucking terrible. And like you're like, we're gonna leave it this time. You can meet up with us. And I was like, I'm gonna drive myself. Like, fuck that.
Right. Yeah.
And then it turned out that was gonna be the night that we had this fucking crazy snowstorm out of the blue.
Yeah.
And
that's
it's
usually how things always go.
So we had this show in Detroit. We had to drive down. I was at St. Andrews Hall, and it started just fucking pounding snow. And I've never really met Maddie. So I'm like, Maddie, get in my car. We're going to this fucking show. So I'm like trying to make small talk with her, but she's shy and like I don't know what the fuck to talk about really. It's just my first time meeting you. It's kind of a weird situation to meet somebody like where they're captive in a car.
Exactly.
So I'm just trying to be like really nice. Like I got water. You want some water? I don't know if you're thirsty. Like, let me put on some music. Do you like this? Like I don't like fucking like gay. Like just like really nice. Like driving you to a concert kind of shit. Mm-hmm. Like talking about like my car because I think I'd recently gotten the Honda.
I hate when guys talk about cars on dates.
It wasn't even
not like that.
It wasn't like that. It was like I just got this Honda. You missed out on the PT Cruiser, which is an even bigger fucking piece of shit.
I hate when people try to like
Cruiser.
gear talk to me. I'm like, do you seriously think that I'm interested in that?
And a lot of it had to do with like a lot of the conversation was she was horrified because it was so fucking bad out, and like. I'd never been to St. Andrews Hall. Yeah. This is my first time at St. Andrews Hall, so I'm, like, trying to, like, figure out where I'm going. And, like, I'm looking down at my phone, and there's, like, whoosh, fucking blizzard and, like, cars all over the place, people in the ditch, and she's just like, I'm getting nervous about the weather. I'm like, we're fine, you know.
I wish I could have been there.
And, so we show up to the show, and we like, I park at... like that little tiny lot that's right across the street, and like, like I don't know, I go out, I give a homeless guy a cigarette. I remember that for some weird reason. He was like, "You got a cigarette?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
I think Andrew gave one too.
So this dude's just fucking collecting cigarettes. So he collects a cigarette from us, and I lock the car up with like all my shit in it because I didn't want my phone in it and all that. And we walk into the show, and the show was actually good. Cerebral Ballsy played, and I didn't know who Cerebral Ballsy was, but Andrew was really hyped, so we like went and thrashed with some like fat, smelly punk dudes.
As always,
in like a corner, and it was like we were the only guys doing it, and like everybody else there was like there for like this Voids band. Yeah. It's like a much different crowd. Like I don't know why Cerebral Ballsy played with the Voids, because like they're.
And then do you remember the second opener was like a very.
Oh my god! I totally forgot about that. It was a rapper.
It was like a rapper, but like weird stuff.
Like a rapper who was like rapping to like African like fucking drum beats.
And it was long.
And it went for like 3.5 hours. Like honestly, Cerebral Ballsy went on and they did like 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. This fucking rapper was on for like 2.5 hours.
It felt like
3 hours. I swear to you, he was on longer than Julian Casablancas and the Voids was on.
Probably.
We went out and like Andrew and I were like just like fuck this. Like we're outside like smoking cigarettes like crazy throughout that whole period, like talking to people.
Where's your date?
They're hanging out.
They're hanging out. Like there's not much like this is my first date with this girl, so I'm not gonna be kissing on her or anything like that, like that because I just don't know her that well, and she's really shy. She was really, really, really shy, which was like fucking hard to deal with. I'm pulling out all the stops.
It's not a good like type of date to be with a shy person.
No, definitely not. No, like a good shy person date is like we go get coffee at a place that like you're familiar with and you're comfortable with.
Just don't go on dates with shy people.
I like shy people.
Well, probably because you're the opposite of a shy person.
It balances me out.
Opposites attract.
Yes, I like quiet, shy people who are independent and don't leave me the fuck alone.
Quiet, shy, little, short girls with curly hair.
I like Maddie, yes. You're describing her.
Oh my god, is this like an ongoing flame of love?
I still have a crush on her.
I haven't heard shit from you about her in fucking like a year since you talked about her.
She's always in the back of his mind.
She's not always in the back of my mind, but I did see her at the movie theater not so long ago. I was like, hey, remember me?
She's taken. I was like,
actually, I'm pretty sure I was there, and I'm pretty sure you avoided her.
No. I said hello to her. I was like, I was at a different.
No, I think I heard about.
I was at a different ticket booth, and I was like, hey, remember me? I forgot her name because I'm that guy. Oh my god. So I was like, I just like waved. And I was like, hey, remember me?
Act uninterested.
What's up with you forgetting names?
I did a lot of drugs.
Oh, so that part of your
Dane
brain
Bramage.
I got a little bit of drain damage. My dad was talking to me about it. Like, you know, your brain's like you're probably doing better now.
You're
because,
kind of fucked up.
Because he's like, you're probably doing better now because your brain's maybe healing, but like. There's
At
some
least
shit
you never forgot my name. Sorry, I just cut you off.
It's hard. You have like a very, very like.
Yannick.
Yeah, unique name.
Yana.
Yeah.
That's
But
fine.
yeah, man, being single's weird. I've been single for a long time. Like, example, girl tried to hold my hand a couple days ago.
Whoa.
It freaked me the fuck out.
Really?
Like, yeah, it was weird.
Oh, so terrible.
Physical intimacy.
Some girl that you want to fuck tried to hold your hand. Jesus.
Yeah,
I
I'm just
hate
saying.
it.
Like, man, I don't know you like that. I don't
She's
know
young.
if we're there yet.
How old is she?
She's fucking 19.
Oh, that's my age.
Yeah, she's
Justin,
basically an
she's
infant,
young.
Justin.
19?
Yeah.
How old are you?
19. I'm older than her, but I'm turning
What?
20 in like
420.
I
Weird.
turned 22 this year.
Damn.
Whoa, Justin.
Wow.
Wait, are you older than Aiden?
I'm old. I'm the oldest guy here.
Justin, I thought you were the same age as like Andrew this whole time. Wow.
No, I think I'm older than Andrew too.
How old
Yeah.
are you, Austin?
I'm turning 21 in like 3 weeks.
Okay, yeah, old
Same.
man.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah,
Welcome
what
to
up? Yeah.
Were you guys pumped? Okay, but continue.
We're gonna go to the bar.
Wait, you guys
Yeah.
aren't 21?
Nah.
Oh.
What?
What do
I
you mean,
feel
what?
like you guys always are like drinking whiskey. or
Yes,
something.
always,
I just
but-
assumed that you must have.
No, they just
Like
go to
you
some
either
place in
have
Royal
the.
Logans.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just go to a shitty party store,
A
but
good
whatever.
Connect is good to have.
He's a cool guy. But Aiden,
Very cool.
as I understand it, I don't know. I feel like we should talk about current events, like what we've been up
I
to.
didn't even finish my fucking story.
Fine. It was.
I know it's not good,
Well, it
but
was-
like, Jesus,
it's
the best
not.
I got.
It's not good, and it was dragging on.
All right, so fuck it. So the show goes on. The show's actually pretty good. The one guy looks like Frank Zappa. The guy playing
We
the
have
bass.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Really fucking good. So we have a good time. Like we left like pretty good terms.
What went
Right?
wrong?
The drive home was really fun for me at least because it was like really shitty and like but it had stopped snowing really bad. But there was like no fucking lanes anywhere. It was just like a foot of snow.
It was
on
like,
the
are we
highway.
gonna die together tonight?
Yeah, it was great. I loved it because I was having fun. Like I was
Yeah.
whipping shitties the whole time I'm going home.
Whipping
I'm pulling,
shitties.
I'm
Oh, I
pulling
bet
the
she
e-brake.
loved that.
No, I didn't. I don't know if she did. Or
There was a
didn't. I
Top
love
Gear
it.
episode like where they talked about how much women they were all
think she was
sarcastic.
scared.
What's that even mean?
Top
So,
Gear car
first-
show.
Wait, first off, before
What?
before I let you just take over.
What?
Andrew, on the way out, we're following him out. Andrew goes down like an exit ramp the wrong way to get onto
He's the
375.
worst.
He's going to get onto like 375. And he goes down the ramp the wrong fucking way. You've got to cross over to get.
Yeah.
He goes down the ramp the wrong way. I'm going, you fucking idiot, right? That's like one way, and you're going the wrong fucking way.
He's gonna die.
He's
yeah.
crazy.
He's
So-
gonna die.
I love it though.
So like I call him and I was like, dude, you have got to turn around now. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
like it's gonna be bad, right? Like there's nobody on the road, so it wasn't terrible, but like he fucked up in that regard.
Big time.
So we're driving home. It's really terrible. I take 375 to Northwestern, and like when I'm on Northwestern was even worse than 375. Northwestern, like there's lights and stuff, and I'm not stopping for any of them because there's just fucking carnage everywhere. There are people in the ditch. There are people who tried to make a Michigan left and got stuck. There's all this craziness, and I'm just like foot to the floor, like fuck all of this. And she's obviously scared, but like I don't know, like I don't know her well enough to like at the time like gauge how scared she was. Like is this like happy scared or like I don't know. Fuck it.
Happy.
Fuck it.
Laura,
I wanted to beat Andrew there.
Yeah.
I don't think I did. I think he beat me. I don't remember.
do a classic impression of Maddie right now.
It's mostly, it's not even like, I can't even do it because it's not like a sound thing. It's just her like shrugging and being like,
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's like a very like
I can't
You
Zoe
really
gotta love-
Deschanel
you
kind of
gotta-
cutesy sort of
Oh
thing.
my god.
Yeah. So anyway, so we get to Myers, and there's the lot isn't plowed, so I'm like, fuck yeah, unplowed lot.
Whip shitties. Come on.
Reverse
yeah.
donuts,
Yeah,
like
reverse
crazy.
donuts,
So I
all
do
day.
like some.
Maybe that's why she didn't contact
So
you.
I did like 20 reverse donuts, like woo! I'm having the night of my life because like I love it when it gets shitty.
Yeah.
And I don't think she was. So we go in and we have like shitty diner food, and we hang out with you guys, and like I thought it was going well, I take her back to her car and we kissed and it was nice.
Whoa.
And then I cleaned off her car and we were like bullshitting in her car because like that was when she finally like opened up and was like talking.
Nice.
What'd she say?
I don't remember.
My name's Maddie G.
I don't remember. But then I think the straw that broke the camel's back was like, yo, you want to like do something like later on in the week?
With like my dick.
I didn't say like with like my dick, but I was like, you want to do something later on in the week? Like, you know, hit me up, let me know, right? And
Classic
I
Justin,
pieced
like-
the fuck out, right? So
Never
next
heard
day I'm like, yo, so like we were scheduling something like what what were you thinking? Like what do you want to do? Right? And she's like fucking no response. I'm like, oh, it's like that. I'm like, oh, it's like that. So then I was with Andrew later on that day, and I was like, I'm about to fucking blow her phone up. Like, it's gonna be fucking great. So I did like yo, what's up?
Seriously?
Where you at?
Why did you do this?
Wait, because I had a picture saved on my phone, which was fucking perfect for this. On my phone, I had a picture of a fucking dog, like a little puppy dog.
I remember this
like
photo.
patting somebody's nose and saying like, wait, don't go. So I fucking like sent that to her, and like that was like the end of our communication. I haven't heard from her since. Dude, that shit was so funny. That shit was like I did it purely because I knew that
it was done already.
It was already done.
It was gone. Yeah.
I'm gonna get some laughs out
I
of this.
feel like Aiden literally grounds your friend group so much. Like, thank God for him. Like, just hearing the comments he
you.
makes to your guys' stories, I'm
fuck.
like, what would they do without him?
They're fucking crazy.
Been
Yeah,
Brody's job
Aiden's
for
like, why
years.
did you do that? Don't do
Yeah,
that
that's right.
again.
Him and Brody have a very similar demeanor.
Yeah, it's just that's been their job for years.
Brody.
When shit gets out of control, Brody brings it back like to level
He
ground.
dials it down.
Me and Brody cuddled once. It was the best night of my life.
That's so.
Why?
I think everyone forgets that me and Brody like grew up with each other since like birth.
What
Yeah.
a great coincidence.
I do forget that.
We like have pictures of us bathing naked together.
Sexy.
Recent
You guys both fit in the tub?
Oh yeah. I just lay right on top of it.
It's like an extra large tub.
That's
Oh my
really
God.
funny.
That's so
Like a jacuzzi.
A jacuzzi. Speaking of jacuzzi, Brody's jacuzzi is awesome.
Oh, I would love
Oh,
to
Oh,
do
dude, his
right
hot
now.
tub's the bomb. Fucking love it.
I think like in a friend group, there's always got to be one person with a hot tub.
Marshall.
Yeah, we got a
Justin.
couple.
We got a couple.
Yeah,
Marshall.
it's great.
Chaz.
Marshall has like an in-ground hot
Yeah.
tub.
Oh, yeah,
That
dude.
shit's fancy.
Do you remember when we walked? Like, actually, you weren't there, but Seamus and I showed up there once because we had to grab my amplifier that was in his basement.
Yeah.
And we're like, we told him we'd be there, like, yeah, somewhere around like 1 o'clock or something. Here, no, don't just hit it. 5 clicks. There you go. You're good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But so we show up and we're like knocking on the door and like he's not fucking answering. We're fucking pounding on it. And I call him and say, hey, where the fuck are you? Like, we're here. Like, we keep fucking pounding on the door. He's like, oh shit, I'll be there in a sec. He comes, he answers the door. He clearly just got out of the hot tub. He's wearing just a bathing suit. There's a boner like poking through out of the bathing suit. And he's like, hey guys, how are you? And he's all super happy. And we look over and his girlfriend's in the hot tub.
Which girlfriend was this?
This is Jill.
Oh, this is Jill. Oh,
Yeah.
fucking big tits Jill.
But yeah. But so yeah, we got the amplifier and got the fuck out. But yeah, Marshall's hot tub, man. That's where it's at.
I don't think I'd
Space
ever
is
want
the
to go in
place.
there.
Why?
So
I mean, it smells kind of funny, but that's
The
okay.
last
There's
time I
probably
was in
like gallons
Marshall's.
of cum in the
Oh
bottle.
my
Whoa.
God.
Ew.
The last time
No,
I
I
was
don't
in
think so.
Marshall's hot tub,
Yeah.
I saw Megan Hurt's tits.
Dude, everybody
Yeah,
sees Megan
everybody-
Hurt's
yeah.
tits.
I've seen
We
Megan
sent her a
Hurt's tits.
Snapchat like last week, like show us the boobies.
Yeah.
And she sent us a picture of her tits.
I mean, it wasn't shocking. I'm just
I'm
saying
not
that's my
into
memory.
that.
I could probably
They
do it right
shrunk
now.
since she lost weight.
Yeah.
Great.
But like not necessarily in a bad way, I don't
No,
think.
the
Oh my
giant
God.
nipples have shrunk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, now that I hope we can move on from talking about
I have a
Megan
question
Hurt's
that has the
boobs.
potential to offend you a lot.
Me?
Yes.
Well,
Okay, so
let's go for it.
Oh yes. So okay, so you dated a dude for a long time. The guy that
Is this about how he was bisexual?
Yes, it is. So this dude was also into dudes as well as chicks, right? So
Well,
I have a question. One, did that affect your guys' relationship? And two, in what way, if it did? Like, did it ever surface?
I'm gonna start by saying that I feel like sexuality is a spectrum.
Yeah,
So
right. Yeah, I get what you're
think
saying.
he
I agree
was.
with you.
He like said he was bi, but I think he definitely had a preference for women. Like he never like
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
dated a guy or anything.
Right.
We would like get in fights about it because he would like tell me that he thought a guy was hot, and I would, like, obviously, like, I'm like, it didn't bother me. I mean, it bothered me, but not on the ground, like, oh, like, you're a fucking, like, faggot or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like, why
It's
would
like you wouldn't do that with
Yeah,
about a girl.
you wouldn't tell me, like, oh, you think that girl is super hot. But that was, like, when we first started dating.
Is that like a jealousy thing? Like, was he like afraid that there would be jealousy there, and that it was more?
No, he wasn't afraid there would be jealousy. He, like, didn't understand, and, like, I would get jealous. But that was definitely a problem for us. I don't know. It was kind of an issue, but... It
Like-
was whatever. I really liked him, like, as a person. Like, me and him really got along.
Yeah, no, it's
It's
not.
really
Yeah.
sweet to me. It's just weird.
Justin, the only reason you're freaking out is because, like, I told
Yeah,
you.
you had a kid
Yeah,
crush
Justin's
on
like,
me.
I told. He didn't have
Yeah.
a crush on you. He was like, yeah, I kissed Justin. I was like, okay.
Freaking
Same.
out. Yeah, I love it. Because it seems like every fucking, like, okay, so, like, at work, we got a thing now where all the patients that come in that are gay or anything like that will hit on me incessantly.
Yeah.
And like not in like even like in a nice way, like in a very, very open and uncomfortable
I think you got
way.
that like twink vibe. Though.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
totally have a twink vibe.
Like a little.
Well, very little.
definitely
I know,
like a
especially with my
bottom.
work clothes and then fucking
Yeah.
hug my tight little pert ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Justin.
I know because
Tight ass,
David,
yeah.
who fucking came in, says you got a tight little pert ass.
Yeah.
He tells me that in the middle of an admission. I'm like trying to be professional. I'm like, fuck, you got a tight ass. Okay, please sign your paperwork.
But
Like,
anyway, Justin. No, I don't know. I mean, it was fine. I dealt with it, but I definitely don't think I would do that again. I just like it was more of like a oversight.
Well, it's weird
like I
because
liked
I
him
don't-
so much, and then it was kind of like
Well,
started coming to my attention.
I'm gonna
more
be
and more.
honest with you. So, like, I know lesbians, I know bisexual chicks, I know gay dudes, I know straight dudes. He's the only dude I've ever met in my entire life that's like, yeah, I'm into both. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
feel like when it comes to dudes, it's either you go all the way to one end or the other.
I mean, that's less common.
I think there's
but-
like I actually saw an article that said like the least dateable person is like the bisexual man. Like a girl can be bisexual and it's like,
Yeah,
I feel
oh,
probably
it's
a
like, oh,
bisexual
cool.
black man if you want to take it even further.
Okay, well, it's like, whatever. It's like, oh, well, like, a girl's like, oh, that's hot. Like, you've been with a girl before, that's, like, awesome. And then with guys, it's
It
like,
is,
wait
yes.
a second,
It's a
like,
red flag for me nowadays.
What?
Yeah.
They're just not. Why?
okay, Justin.
It really is.
Oh, it's a red flag from all the fucking.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
All the options, yeah. I don't.
But, yeah, that's, like, the least, it's, like, the hardest for them to, like, be in, like, a committed relationship, because that is, like, super uncommon.
Yeah, right.
But
yeah.
also with guys, I feel like it's such like masculinity is such a prison. Like for real, like the whole thing about like guys like shouldn't cry or whatever. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
guys like you aren't supposed to be soft and like homosexuality is perceived as like softness.
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
I don't know. That's really
Dude, it got Dude, I agree completely. I hold it to a ridiculous extent. I refused to drink your Sprite last night when you offered it to me.
Yeah, you're
'cause
like, guys, not
there,
drinking a
it was a
straw.
gesture of kindness, and I did not want to take that. And it was like
Same
I
thing.
literally sat there and kept going. I don't want your fucking Sprite.
I was just like,
I don't want your Sprite. I'm thirsty as fuck over here, but I'm not gonna drink your
That's
I
goddamn
think
Sprite.
that's like a major like requirement for me. It was when I'm looking to like see if someone's worthy of me.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean. Like when I'm like interested in someone, like if they're
Why am I gonna touch that one?
if they're like okay,
Jesus.
I'm not that cocky.
Hey.
We all know that.
There's nothing wrong with being that cocky. Honestly, you got it going on.
Thanks,
so own
man.
it.
We
But
all know.
anyways.
We're all aware.
But anyways, like I think that you know if someone is so like afraid of like upholding like being manly, and
That's so annoying.
like they are like oh no like I'm not like oh makeup or like oh nail polish like
My
I
friends
don't know.
put makeup on me once. There's
Yeah, like
there's
stuff like
photos
that. I don't
floating
know.
around
I
me
think
and
that,
they-
Oh my god. I
I've
feel
seen them. They
Yeah.
were funny.
every guy has a moment they're like, yeah, you can put makeup on me. Like,
Not every guy.
It happened to me.
Austin.
It happened to me against my will. I had to do a show and it was being filmed and we were supposed to look
Oh.
like goth-ish. So
Dude, that
I'm
was a good
serious.
show.
Yeah, we put on a show for our friend that was filming a movie for his portfolio because he's going to school in New York for like fancy film shit.
Artsy.
And there was a scene in the show where like there's this punk band playing at this like kind of rundown venue. So he found a rundown venue, bought it out for the day. And like we had to first of all write the soundtrack to the fucking movie, which I didn't know was going to happen. And second of all, we had to like play, a show there, which was great. So, because it was fun, and so we played the show, but I didn't know they were going to put tons of fucking, like, guy liner on me, and, like, it was fine. I ended up just wiping it off, I don't know why, because I'm a douchebag, I guess, but, like, I wiped it all off, so I was the only one up there, like, without any makeup on, because
You look terrible on film.
Whatever, I don't give a shit. But there was one, there was one time where I totally had a girl paint my toenails because she wanted to paint my nails, but I felt like fingernails were going to be seen by lots of people.
Anything for the ladies, right, Austin?
Yeah, it made her happy. So, like, I had her, and, like, it was her one shot, so they were all different colors. It was fabulous, let me tell you. Yeah. I need more coffee.
One of my favorite things to do is roll around in the summertime in my Speedo.
Yes.
Or
just whip your dick on Marshall's hot tub and pretend it's a submarine.
Oh, dude, I do that too.
Justin, you own a Speedo? Does every guy own a Speedo?
No, I really need to upgrade my Speedo too because it's a hand-me-down Speedo.
Oh, gross.
And I need one that is a little bit more contouring. Because that Speedo, it's like a swimmer Speedo, so it makes it look like I got no dick. Because it's so fucking tight and constricting, and not in like a around the. Like it doesn't like.
It doesn't give you an outline.
It doesn't give me an outline. No, it doesn't. Which is like really upsetting because like the whole reason I wear it is to have an outline. So I'm gonna get like a banana hammock that's more like a ball bag.
Busted out at parties.
Or you should get one of those like elephant ones where like it goes in the sleeve of the trunk.
No, I want to do like I want it to be if it's gonna have a design. If it's gonna have a design on it, it's gonna be hearts or like an American flag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very patriotic.
Like one or the other. There's like freedom to have my balls out like that, and like I don't know, like they're just fun. One time I had Carter. Oh god, this is weird. This was like right when I first met Carter. Carter was like I first met him and he's like he wanted to be my sponsee. He was my sponsee for like a week, and I used him. Like I picked him up for a meeting or something. We were gonna go meet up with Andrew at the skate park, and I was dating. I had just started dating Lauren. And she like texted me like I'm out tanning, like blah blah blah, whatever. I'm like, Carter, get the fuck over here. I'm about to go and like party boy the shit out of her, right? Because I know she's tanning right now, so I'm just gonna jump out, like I'm gonna creep up on her and fucking just show up in a Speedo and freak her out, right? Great idea. If I ever have an opportunity to just party boy people, like when they're not expecting it, do it. It's fucking awesome. I didn't really take into account that she didn't really know me and all that well. Like we'd like been out like twice before.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I show up and she's tanning topless, which I didn't know, but great.
Who does that?
Was
Great.
she at her house?
She was at her house, yeah.
I still wouldn't do that on my
She was at her
Yeah,
house.
I don't know.
There
Was
was
she
like
on the lakeside?
It's
she's
not
like on a
fucking
dock. Like, she's on
Bermuda,
her
it's
deck.
Michigan.
Like, her deck is like pretty far from the lake,
Commerce,
and
Michigan.
it wasn't like she was tanning topless, like with like her tits like flopped open like this. Like she was on her back. She just had it like
I see.
untied. Yeah. But so I show up. I wasn't expecting that, but I don't really care. I had my phone ready. I had like my phone ready, like in like my Speedo, and like I pull it out, like I'm like creeping up, like I turn the phone on. I got the party boy music playing. And I just go like,
Yeah.
and she gets so fucking scared.
Well, no shit.
She
What's
just goes, ah! And like fucking like runs a little bit, and then realizes it's me, and I'm just like,
Hey.
sexual like desire, like being sexy.
No, that
was
was
a guy. It was total. No, dude,
Man,
it worked.
do you really believe that was a good plan?
No.
I like how all
No.
of Justin's stories with girls end with, and then she was really scared.
Tone it down.
Yeah, you just
Dude, fuck it.
I
that
feel
was
like
so much fun.
you've
I think
learned though.
everything-
It's that both of those stories were
That
like
was
a while
so
ago.
much fun, though.
I know, but every time you
For
think
you.
every time you think of a really fun, crazy day, I think you should maybe call someone and pitch
I
it to them.
did, and I had him drive me there.
Okay, maybe like
So I could make
call,
a
like,
speedy
Laura.
fucking getaway.
Just call me and I'll be like, hey, you know what? Maybe not.
let's conference it in. Me, you, and LB will be like, listen, why don't you just go home, read a magazine?
It worked fine.
Aiden.
Okay.
It was funny. Like,
Let's get this back
here's
on
the
the
thing. Here's the thing. If I didn't do it, I wouldn't have the story.
That's true.
If I didn't do it, I wouldn't have the story.
All
I
right.
wish I'd gotten like video footage of it.
I
too.
need to start living my life like that, just for crazy stories.
Fuck it.
Okay, this. Okay, we need to get this podcast back on the rails. I haven't
What?
laughed in a solid like 45 seconds, and this is bullshit. Aiden,
What?
we're gonna talk about. You had some people over here on Saturday night.
You can tell because I don't really remember like that much of it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
Yeah. Okay,
You're
so
sick.
I drank a lot, so my recollection may be hazy. But
Mine's spot on.
yeah, but you got there late.
That's
So
true.
like we showed up with a couple people. God, who was there?
Steven?
So yeah, it was Steven, it was
Caitlin?
me, it was Caitlin, it was Nikki, and then you showed up later.
At like midnight?
Who's
Yeah.
Nikki?
Oh, Nikki,
Chick from the
you're so
hometown.
fine, you're so fine, you blow my mind.
Hey,
Hey,
Nikki.
Nikki.
It's
This
Mickey.
Hey, Nikki.
Yeah, it's Mickey, not Nikki.
Hey, fuck off.
Fuck off with the pointing
know
out
any
the flaws.
Mickeys?
Yeah, what's the matter with
Mickey
No.
Mouse.
Yeah.
All right.
But so we came over and we were just gonna come over, have some drinks, hang out or whatever. And so we're just drinking the cheap whiskey that we always drink and like to fucking advertise. We drink R&R because it's the
Oh,
shit.
Yeah.
And so
Where
we're
did you guys get the wine? Whose idea was the wine?
That was Steven's idea.
Steven's fucking idea.
Fuck. Okay, not fuck Steven, but fuck Steven's idea.
Yeah, like that was a terrible idea. Like
Is he still dating Kaylee Kazab?
we have no idea.
Fucking
What?
I don't know.
I don't know. He doesn't talk about it ever.
No,
Damn,
I don't know.
Then probably not. Right?
But
I have no
Every
idea.
time
I
I
don't
see
know.
him, he really wants to hang out with me, but we never talk.
yeah.
He's like, dude, I'm like, why don't you, like, I'll just call you sometime. And I'm like, okay. Sure, dude.
But like, so
Whatever.
we're drinking, and Aiden breaks into the wine. I'm not a big wine drinker, so I just don't drink it. I just, drink the whiskey. But
Smart.
Aiden's been drinking the whiskey for the last like 4 hours, and then
The whiskey's gone.
whiskey's gone, so he doesn't want to stop drinking, so he just starts like pounding the wine as if it were like a beer or a mixed drink.
This is the point where I
And-
show up.
Yeah, and then Justin shows up around
Oh,
like
boy.
midnight when he gets out of work.
And I'm like, we're drinking wine. Like, the whole house smells like wine. They've been spilling it everywhere.
Look at your placemat.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
I
look
didn't
at
know
your
I
placemat.
see it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
there's, like, the
I
whole
thought that was
house.
from me.
I walked in and I smelled the wine. So, I show up and like everybody's like been drinking. I'm like, awesome. Like, we're gonna just take this up a notch because I just showed up and like I don't want to be here when the party winds down. Like, I want to be here when it blows up.
You sent me over the edge, Justin.
So I just started like Caitlin's there, and I'm just like, Caitlin, here, like glug glug glug, like pouring it, like filling her glass, filling fucking Aiden's glass. Like, don't waste it, finish it. Aiden knocks his glass over. He like just fucking like stands up and just kicks the glass over. It goes all over the
On
fucking place.
purpose?
You sent me
And
over
before
the edge.
before he can clean it up, I've poured him another glass.
Yeah.
You sent me over the edge. with
A
that shit,
glass
dude.
of what? Wine?
Shitty wine.
Okay.
So
What was that?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what it meant either.
Yeah, really judgmental Darian over here.
I was just confused. You're like talking about all these different kinds of drinks, then you're like,
I think he's talking about all wine.
It's literally all
All
wine.
wine.
is shitty?
Yes.
No, like
No.
all of the wine that they were, all the drinks they were drinking that night was wine.
Like they had
thought-
the whiskey was gone by the time
Gone.
I showed up.
Okay,
So there's
okay.
only wine, and
So
the whole
he's
house
pouring
smelled of
wine.
wine
Listen, I
already.
didn't mean to come off as judgmental. I just had a valuable question. I think it's gonna help a lot
So,
of other people out too.
So Aiden
Fuck you.
Aiden started to have a bad time, and we realized this when he disappeared for a long time in the bathroom.
No, we
And-
realized it before that because he turned like white.
No. This happened after he didn't puke yet, but he was in the bathroom forever. He comes back and we're like, he's like an interesting shade of greenish white, and he sits down and we're like,
For reference, Aiden's always red.
yeah, always red. His face right now is beet red.
It's
Just
great.
talking about me fucking throw it up.
It's okay.
That
But
happens to me too.
but like yeah, you've only had like a glass and a half, and like, but it's
I
just your
know.
chest though.
I'm like
She
wearing
has
makeup.
Darian has a very fair skin that's easily
Yeah,
affected
yeah.
by her emotions.
Yeah.
gone.
Oh my god. When
Yeah.
I'm mad, I will like literally turn red.
Yeah, I
Oh
But-
my god, that's bad.
That's kind of how I am.
So he comes back, he's sitting there, and he just
Okay.
has his head in his arms. And we keep asking, are you okay? Did you hear? He's like, I didn't hurl. He goes, mind over matter. He just kept saying
mind
that.
over matter.
Mind over matter.
Mind over matter,
Mind over
baby.
matter. Baby. And so then, like, we're all fucking around in the kitchen, and we don't pay attention to the fact that, you know,
He's like fucking
he
face
has
down.
gotten up, and he is no longer in his chair, and we just hear whoosh, whoosh. And then I hear a couple coughs and like dry heaves. I'm like, oh,
And flushes.
there we go,
And
flushes,
flushes.
multiple flushes. And yeah, he comes back, and he was a little better after that, but I left.
I was better after that.
He was
Yeah.
better after that, and I was like, you know, I started to be the nurse at that point. I started to feel like, all right, Aiden, like we gotta get it's water time.
Justin, you're funny.
It's fucking water time, right?
He just turned on his voice. He turned on the voice. Like
Oh
the,
god.
Dude, this
okay.
is. You should have heard him when I had alcohol poisoning. Like he.
Did you legit? Like,
Yeah,
hospital?
I'm assuming he did.
Did
He was throwing
Austin
up
go
for
to
like
the
4
hospital?
No, but he was like throwing up for like 4 hours straight.
4 hours
Oh my
straight.
god,
Definitely
been there, done that.
Man, we could totally
So anyway, so I start being the nurse. I start feeding him like water, and I'm like, all right. I give him like a full like mug of water. I'm like, you're gonna
A
drink that.
mug of water.
Yeah, you can drink that. He drinks it pretty slowly, but he drinks all of it. And I go, all right, you got about 15 minutes to your next glass, and he goes and fucking pukes again.
Yeah.
And I go, well, whatever the fucking timeline is, he puked a lot. So I go to try to use the bathroom later, like, hey, I gotta piss, and he's like, no,
Don't do that.
don't go in there. And I was like, what? And he's like, just don't. And I'm like, okay, like I'll just piss on the front porch, I guess, right? And like, but I didn't even piss on the front porch. I just waited, and like he starts feeling a bit better. We get more water into him, and then he goes and is like, all right, I gotta clean it up in there. I'm like, what the fuck? So he goes and he like attempts to clean it up when he's shit faced. So he comes out and I'm like, did you clean it up? He goes, I think. I don't know. I'll probably have to do it again. I'm like, okay, I gotta go piss. So I go in there to pee, and I see what had fucking happened. So on the walls are stained a different color from like probably about 2 feet up and all the way down, all around the fucking bathroom. They're stained, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then on the floor, there's like little red streaks everywhere, right? And there's like a little like bowl sort of thing that sits behind the toilet, like a foot.
It's for like a toilet brush.
A foot behind
Yeah.
the toilet and beyond, and that thing has got like probably about a ½ inch standing of what looks like just red water, right? And I go, that's
Why?
fucking weird,
You're
right?
probably gonna drink it. You
It
guys don't
looks-
want to get fucked
It
up.
looks fucking weird, and it smells bad in there. Like it smells like fucking just wine. It smells like wine and puke.
Yep.
Right? And it's all over the floors, and it's all over the toilet, and it's all over the walls. Like
And
I
you
didn't
thought
realize
he cleaned
I
it?
didn't realize how bad it was until I'm here last night and I go to use the bathroom and like everything is a different color. Right? Like that's how fucking bad it was. The whole floor was stained to the point where I saw red streaks, but the whole fucking floor needed to be washed again. Like all the walls are like this like lime green color. They were like brown from like a foot down. It was bad.
Do you remember like aiming?
I waited too long to get in there.
It was more like a run and hope you make it kind of a thing.
It was like try to like aim somewhere in the bathroom.
All I remember is it wasn't you. It was either.
I'm surprised you didn't get that much
I
on
know for
you.
a fact it was not you because it was either Nikki or Caitlin. Like came over and like asked if I was okay, and I just like latched on to whoever it was.
It was Nikki. It was Nikki.
Well, okay.
It was Nikki.
Yeah.
You just hugged her really hard.
Man. I haven't puked in a long
I've only puked twice.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
That time and then one other
The
time.
first was-
First time I
Haven't you
ever
only yacked like once?
I love that you use the term yak, just saying. But
I like it.
also,
I do like that.
Honestly,
the
take
last
it
time
as
I
your
puked
own.
was actually at your house, and it was Ryan who assisted me,
Ugh,
but I don't remember
miss
puking.
him.
So
I'm always the nurse.
I've thrown up twice. Once was the alcohol poisoning. That was a terrible night.
Always
and then,
the nurse, never the patient.
Exactly. And then the other time was like I was just drinking really shitty malt liquor and a lot of it, and I started to feel bad. I threw up and I was fine like the rest of the night. So that was like what I had expected, but I didn't know because I've just heard like you throw up and you feel better. But my only point of reference was like nonstop throwing up, Like, I drink,
4
like,
hours.
you kept feeding me water. Like, I would drink, like, half a bottle of water, throw it back, because I'm dehydrated as fuck, I need water, and it would immediately come back. So, like, that was, honestly, that's right up there with, like, worst nights of my life.
Yeah.
Was Grayson's graduation party.
Oh, it was wonderful
was
for me, because
terrible.
you know how much of Grayson's graduation party I got to see?
Just that.
Just
that
that.
one?
I literally showed up, and everybody was
Just
fucked
cut 'em
up and shit.
Hey,
faced.
Justin, who is that one blonde bitch you guys used to hang out with? I can't remember his name.
Who?
He
What?
was like blonde. He was always there. I can't remember his name.
Jake?
Like, long blonde hair?
Yeah. That's not
Yeah.
Fuck that kid.
Yeah, fuck Jake.
What happened? What's the
Jake,
drum?
Jake Thompson?
I don't...
I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
I
know.
think that's
assuming.
his last
Maybe?
name, yeah.
I don't
He
know.
was just like
Yeah,
he
it's
dated
definitely Jake.
that one chick.
Yes, that one chick.
That was
He
Jake, yeah.
was
Yeah. I
weird.
kind of miss Jake.
What happened?
I don't know.
He like was like trying to get clean, and then he like wasn't getting clean, and then he was like hating all of us.
The only thing I know about
Yeah.
him is he worked at Little Caesars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he hated all of us and stopped hanging out with us.
I don't know why he never really gave like a good reason. Like he started like talking to, I forget who it was, and he was like Seamus. He was like, yeah, he's really mad at you, Justin. I'm like, why?
I don't know.
I was not even nice to him.
I
Whatever.
feel like I'll like I've heard so many things about like those boys, like those
What?
boys as in like boys in your group that are just like mad at each other for no reason.
Yeah, I feel like you
fucking
guys
emotional.
are
It is very
definitely the
It's
core.
weird.
You guys are definitely like the core friends, and then everybody else just kind of floats in and out.
I get
That's
it.
what I feel.
Yeah, it's more so like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Aiden,
It's
when
weird.
did you-
It's
when did-
changed a lot.
When did you like come into play? Like when did you
When he
start?
broke up with Kelly.
Yeah.
But
No, before
yeah,
that.
because
No, I like.
Both pre-Kelly and post-Kelly
Yeah.
was when we saw Aiden.
Yeah.
Never during Kelly. You hung out with Andrew some, and like the band.
The
but, like,
band.
we never saw you.
band.
Like the extended
Yeah,
group.
at
I know
least-
The
band.
reason that I met them is because I was friends with Logan Deneau, and Logan Deneau was friends with Andrew. And one time Logan was like, hey, you want to go to the movies with me, this Andrew? I knew who Andrew was, but we never really talked to him. Me, Andrew, and then this other guy named Justin. And I was like, yeah, let's go. And then
Oh wait, that was actually the first time?
The Hobbit, yeah.
When we went, we were in his
And
basement.
then Owen was there too.
We were in his
Yeah,
basement.
That was the first time I ever met you guys.
Oh, I was
And then
buddy
after
buddy
that-
with you like immediately.
And then after that, yeah, I know, we like hit it off.
We hit it off
What
really
ever
well.
happened to
I
old
remember
Louie?
being like, oh dude, that Aiden dude was really like I was almost like trying to like date you or whatever.
I
Oh,
love
I-
when
I
that
was crushing
happens.
on
I was like talking to Andrew about it, like, oh dude, that Aiden kid is cool. I'm like, when are we gonna hang out with him again? He's like, I don't fucking know Aiden like that, and I'm like, oh.
But then Andrew like hit me up because he knew that I played music, and then that's the rest is history.
I forgot that was the first time we met.
Yeah.
Wow.
So like after I was already out of high school, I met you
Didn't we
guys when I
like
was
break
in
into
college.
Aiden's like? Didn't we break into like Logan's house later that night or something like that?
I think so.
It was something weird, like the basement.
I
We
don't know,
had to
some
like break
weird
out of the
shit. That was-
basement
that was
or
a good
break
night.
into the
That was a
basement. I
good
freaking
night.
forget.
Logan's basement is awesome. Logan's
it is.
basement looks like futuristic. It's like completely
Mhm.
silver, and then there's like a pool table, and it looks just like
Futuristic.
it is
Like the
It's
it
got
looks
the-
like
a
something
rocket?
off of what's that, like Xenon, like
Planet.
It looks like something you'd see on like a CW TV show, like it's like where the main characters go to hang out.
yeah,
Ooh.
I can
Yeah.
see that. That's a very good
Yeah.
description.
If you guys had a CW TV show, what do you think it'd be called?
It'd be obviously
Two
just
go
the
two
Flash.
two goys and a Jew.
I just really wish I was in the Flash.
Justin,
and,
do you
like, that
still live
universe.
really close to me?
Yeah.
Me and Justin are like practically neighbors.
Practically.
Yeah,
I
you
have
live in
a-
the neighborhood behind me.
I have a random question. Okay, this is a thing I've been thinking about because school's got me on my fucking like last nerve and whatever, and working with all women is like starting to kill me on the inside slowly.
What?
But like, so I've been thinking about this. Has anybody here ever gotten like a massage?
Yeah.
Why? Go get a massage. Is this your... Go get one.
You want to go
Yeah,
to the
What?
happy massage place?
I've
with
never
me?
gotten
Is
one.
there
I
an
wish I
actual-
had one.
is
There's
there
a couple of them.
Like on
There's a bunch
Northwestern?
of-
I'll
Like,
talk to Mark
Let's
about it.
get
I'll
a
get
couples
the.
massage.
I
Let's
was
not
just
do that.
talking
I'll talk to Mark about it. Mark,
Every
the guy,
time I make a
the
new
fish
friend,
guy.
I ask them if they want to get a couples
We
massage.
can go to a rub and tug massage place.
Rub and tug, yeah. High
Do
five.
it?
Guys,
Listen, I
Well,
think-
no,
I don't
like
know what-
honestly,
like what is your
Austin,
what do you
just
think
go
a
get
couples
one.
massage is?
It's just they
know.
massage
Really,
you
what it-
It's
together.
literally you just go in the same room. You don't
Yeah,
even-
it's not like
you,
they
get
like.
naked and lay on each
Yeah,
other
it's
or
not like
something.
they're like, okay, sex break.
Yeah, like I've only gotten couples massages with girls, and we have not. touched
You've
each
gotten
other.
a couples massage
Yeah, with Courtney.
with Courtney.
Without her?
You bitch!
You got a couples massage with Courtney?
But
Are
no,
you?
dude,
fucking me right now?
No.
What the fuck?
I mean, it's.
So
I
why
don't
do
know.
you want a massage?
I don't know. It's just I'm not saying I
de-stress.
necessarily want one. I just hear they're amazing from everybody, and like at the
Just
same
go
time.
get one.
But the idea, I don't know if this is just because like this is Austin has had like little human contact, like intimate
Fuck
with
off!
others.
You just had a girl
Like-
holding your hand. You got naked with fucking Nikki in the
Wait,
car.
are you
No
afraid-
human contact. My
Ew.
ass.
Are you
Well,
afraid you're gonna get like a boner?
I mean, partially, I feel like that's a
Don't
fear,
worry
but I don't
about
care.
it.
Like, I get a boner,
Dude,
whatever.
even when
But
I
like
go
at
to
the same
doctor
time,
to see,
like,
my male doctor, I'm like, what if I get a boner?
it's just a constant fear, honestly.
male fear.
Like, I was
Like-
like, think of nasty things.
Dude, do you remember being in fucking middle school and being asked to stand up to go get like your paperback or something, and you're sitting there with a boner?
I was always proud
I'm
of
so
that shit.
Dude, worst
glad I
times
don't
of-
have
oh,
that.
terrible,
Oh
terrible
my
days.
God. I would have.
But at the same time, just the idea of like a stranger like rubbing me down, like, and I'm naked. And, like,
Go to a rub and
uh,
tug place where that's okay.
The thing is,
Ugh,
at least
I
in
don't
my
know.
experience when I had a massage, it was like very like intense, not in like a sexual way, but in like a way where I'm like, ow, this kind of hurts, but like it wasn't like a ooh, let's touch you all over. It was more like they're
getting
pressing
your-
into my bones.
they're
Was it a
working
guy or a
on
girl
your
who did you?
It was a
muscles.
girl who did me.
Is she big or little?
I don't. It was honestly years ago, but I mean,
What the
she was.
fuck?
Right. That's a good question.
I think she was like alternative looking.
What do you mean? Oh, like
What?
like Suicide Girls kind of looking.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
I wouldn't want her to give me a massage. Though.
Oh my
No,
God, I
that's
want
fine.
you two to go get a couples massage and then both get boners
Let's
together.
get a couples
that would
fucking
be
rub and tug
so
massage.
Actually, that might help you if you're afraid of getting a boner.
Have another potential for
what's
boner
that
in the room.
immersion therapy?
like
Have another guy in the
Have
room.
another guy in the room.
Why are you afraid? Of
I
boners?
feel like they would still give each other
I'm just-
boners.
I had to get I had to get a physical done. It was the first time in like 4 years.
Yeah.
And there was a like a medical student.
Yeah.
She was doing a residency there, and she was really hot.
Oh no.
And I'm going like,
Dude,
you know, like I'm rubbing my fingers together, like, ooh, baby, like, please.
what?
do-
She's gonna see it and
please
just
do-
I can't help myself.
No, but
What-
I-
what are you
It was gonna
expecting?
be fucking bad either way, because I'm not like a good sight to look at, especially with the fucking Osama beard going on. But I was hoping that she would do that. Like I was fluffed and everything. It was
Aw,
prime.
yeah.
It was prime, but she didn't. She fucking chickened out.
What is
She chickened
fluff?
out. She chickened out, and the worst thing happened. My doctor came in. And she was like, "Did you do the cough? What do they call it? It's the
cough
hernia check.
process?
Did you do the hernia check?" And she's like, "No, like fucking really meek and scared. Like, no, I didn't do that." And so he was like, he fucking like, "All right, stand up." Fucking pulls my pants down for me.
Nice.
Which is the most emasculating thing that can happen is a male doctor who's bigger than me pulls my underwear down, sticks his finger there, and just says cough. And I'm like, this is not what I wanted. This is not, like, that's, no. That was fucking terrible.
See, I
Fucking
had to
terrible.
break the news to a guy I was seeing because he kind of got the impression that the STD test he was going to get was just going to be a blood test. And I was like,
No.
hate to tell you, but they're going to shove something down your dick hole.
Yeah, that's what they do, man.
It's like a metal, like they
Yeah.
stick something down
It's
your
like
dick.
a Q-tip down the dick hole. Yeah.
Does it hurt?
Yes, I've
I
heard
think we talked about this last week. I
I've
was
heard
still
it's
shocked.
very painful, and when I told him, he was like, no, they can just do like blood, right? No,
That's
I'm
why
like,
you're so lucky that your urethra is not shared.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that prime benefits.
Prime benefits.
Speaking of which,
Let's-
do you have the clap?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about
I got it.
let's talk about something super meaningful.
Okay.
No, what?
I'm ready.
I mean, do you have
Aiden's
ideas?
Bring it
ready.
up.
Well, I'm kind of just thinking of like kind of when we were talking about the podcast, we made out like a bulleted list of things that we could talk about. And I'm thinking of honestly throwing one of those out there because this past.
Fucking do it.
Podcast.
Whatever. If you can't tell, we're struggling
Have
a
you
little
guys
bit here.
ever had
Struggling?
like a?
No.
Okay, I don't know if this is the best one, but
Just throw it out
something
there.
that's heavy on my mind right now is like, have you ever had a best friend? Like, okay, so obviously it'd be like a girl best friend that you guys hung out with all the time, like almost like a fake girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like nothing ever happened.
Anna Flores.
Okay, well, no names. Names aren't
This is all
necessary.
about the names.
But like,
Yeah, dude, fucking
okay,
name
yeah,
drop.
drop the
Fuck
name,
'em.
drop it. Okay,
Nobody
so
listens.
okay, okay. Okay, so you have like somebody of the opposite sex who's basically like filling the role of like a significant other, but it's not sexual, and then they start dating someone,
Yeah, Anna Flores.
and your whole world just falls apart.
It didn't fall apart, but I was initially jealous when she started seeing Zach.
Yeah, it happens.
Were you like? Do you feel like you had feelings for her?
Of course,
Kind of.
kind
Or
of.
were-
in a
was
weird
it, like,
way.
It was in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like that initial like jealousy, like, oh wait, she's with him now.
It was more of a jealousy, like.
Did you know
like,
the
there
whole
was a
time?
There was a time, like I had spent like she was one of the first people I started hanging out with when I got clean.
Mhm.
She was the one who brought me into the friend group, and I spent literally all my time with her.
Mhm.
Like when we went and hung out with other people, it was with her, right? So I feel like the initial jealousy was more of like a time conflict sort of thing. Like now when I'm gonna be hanging out with her, I'm gonna be hanging out with her.
Okay, let
and
me ask
Zach.
you a
I'm gonna be-
question.
or she's gonna be hanging out with Zach more often now, and it's like that was kind of weird initially, but I got over it pretty
Did
quick.
she spring it on you, or were you aware? Like, was she like, okay, I'm talking to, hey Justin, like, guess what? I'm talking to this guy.
Oh yeah, we were.
Or was it just like out of nowhere?
It was not out of nowhere. No. We were talking about like she would tell me about like guys that she was seeing or not seeing or whatever. Like Patrick was the guy at the time, like prior to that, but. She had a bad thing going with Patrick, so I was always like, "You fucked up. Like, why are you still hooking up
Yeah.
with Patrick?"
And do you
Like,
feel
doing
like
Fuck
shit.
that guy.
you didn't think you had feelings for her until after she started dating somebody, or the whole time were you like, I kind of have feelings for you,
It
like
was-
in a really slight way? Obviously.
It was like there was like feelings, but not that kind of like not like a
Trying to date. Yeah.
like I wasn't trying to date her, but there was definitely feelings for her.
Yeah.
Like I would say I loved her, but I wasn't in love with her. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But was there like a sexual undertone?
In the beginning there was, but not so much later on. Like
Yeah.
after like
Once you
in the-
cross
After
a
a
certain
while,
point, it's
like,
like
yeah,
w-
like,
once
after-
you
okay.
across a certain point of I kind of understand that we're never gonna bang, like that goes away.
yeah, that went away pretty quick. Like
Damn.
because like initially
It's really depressing.
I
man.
I feel like banging should always be in the cards, though.
Like initially, 'cause I feel like initially it was almost on the cards. Because like initially like we would like cuddle and stuff, and that was like going places, but not really.
Yeah.
And there was like that kind of like confusion there initially, but eventually it just became like, well, no, I just spend all my time at your house. Like we're like I practically live here.
What up, Lenora?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like I spent the night over at the house like a couple times.
Yeah.
Like what up,
Whoa,
Lenora?
that's like pretty intense, actually.
You know, I was like family for a long time, but we kind of grew
Did you
apart.
sleep in the same bed and stuff?
Yeah, we had.
Like every time you slept over?
No, not every time we slept over. It was like one time we
no,
did that.
no.
No, two times.
Now, I,
3 times we did that.
Okay.
Three
now
times
bring
we did
up,
that.
the whole reason that you're asking all these
I
questions.
have a friend that I actually, like, a year ago, I went on a date with him before I got back together with my ex, and I kind of rejected him. And then this year, he was in one of my classes, and I just kind of, like, we hadn't talked, and obviously it was, like, super awkward. But I just completely confronted the situation, like, everything was completely fine, and so it was. So that was, like, awesome. So we, like, started hanging out, like, every so often, and we, like, went out and, like...
I'm confused. Are you saying hanging out like banging, or are you saying
No.
hanging
No,
out
we were
like
just
not
hanging
banging?
out. Like, he would,
Like
like, take me
friends.
on dates and, like, buy me stuff, but, like, it was never, like, romantic, you know?
Oh.
It was awesome.
Probably romantic
That's,
for
like,
him.
my
Yeah,
favorite
what's the matter with
situation.
you? You're turning this into a story of like how
See, 'cause,
I'm
like-
like you're playing some
'Cause,
poor
like,
dude.
I feel like the difference is like with like me and Hannah.
I
it's,
never
like,
buy.
Like I never like yeah.
No.
She
Well-
drove me around. Like she drove me around like all the time, and like it was like in the beginning
have-
it was out of utility.
Yeah.
And like and I was like, oh, she's kind of cute. Like I'd be into
Well,
that.
it wasn't, like...
You have to remember also,
But
Darian
then
has a special
afterwards-
charm.
I have a special... Yeah, like, picture you, but, like, with, like, a special charm, a special way with words.
What?
What are you
That, like,
talking-
only I possess. Like, think
huh.
about that. Like, I literally just went out with somebody, like, a guy friend, and, like, the same thing happened. Like, he just bought all my shit for me. But it's not because I, like, tricked them. I'm like, hey, why don't you buy my stuff for me? And they're like, okay.
Yeah, it's like that. It wasn't like
It wasn't like I'm, like, literally, like, buy my shit for me, and they're like, okay.
Fuck that.
What a
No,
pussy,
that's
my
awesome.
God.
Fuck that.
Fuck
Wait,
No,
that.
that's a good friend to
What's
have.
wrong with you?
Honest-
No, that's not a good friend. That's a guy with no backbone that you're
that.
playing, and you're
All right,
tearing his
we're
feelings
missing
apart.
The point. We're missing the point.
Honest.
Like,
Okay.
I make decent money, but if some girl like I went out with some girl,
Dude.
Even if I'm like want to be romantically involved, like
Yeah.
first couple dates, like I ain't buying all your
I
shit.
get that it sounds that way, but
Unless
if you're like,
a 10.
if you're like
The
up,
rules can be mended, you know.
if I'm like upfront about it, if I'm like, cause like me and him have like been friends for like a really long time. Like we had like, it's both times it's been people that I've had like a romantic past with, and then we kind of like got to this point where like we like laugh about it, and then I'm like, okay, so like buy me like dinner, and
what
you're
are
like,
you getting
okay.
at? What question are you asking us?
Oh, I'm not asking you anything anymore. Laura said, tell them why you're bringing this up.
It's okay. Let me, quickly get to what
Because
she's
I'm
trying to say.
confused.
Because okay, so Darian has this guy that she, is friends with.
Okay, wait. Sorry. No, I'm getting back to, so anyway, I had this like really great relationship with this guy. I felt like it was like a mutual relationship, benefits
mutual
both sides.
Mutual
But
friends.
okay, so
Friends
me
with
and him,
benefits?
No,
no.
just friends.
We
Okay.
were like, I felt like me and him were like pretty close. We would talk on the phone all the time, whatever. Like 2 weeks, there was like a 1.5, 2 week period where I was like, oh, like I think he met somebody. Like we're not really talking as much. And, like, I was like, well, whatever, probably not. But then next thing I know, he's fucking dating someone, never told me that it's like, and I see it like, if we were friends like that and we were close, like, why didn't you ever tell me you were talking to somebody? Like, I
Well,
felt
I didn't
completely
feel it.
blindsided.
Before I go pee, he probably didn't feel that you guys were that close. He was probably like had romantic
We
feelings for you
talked
the whole
all day,
time.
every
Yeah.
day.
Yes, that's a fucking bitch-made dude who doesn't have the balls to either assert that he wants a certain type of relationship from you. So he just kind of hopes on the dreading fact that maybe I'll get her when her guard is down,
Right,
or when
yeah.
she's feeling low, or maybe when she's she'll see that I'm the true guy for her. That's why I didn't talk to you anymore after you started dating somebody. That was like, I think it's a big difference between the type of relationship that I had with Hannah is like I started seeing somebody, she started seeing somebody, we still hung out like the whole time.
Yeah.
Like the same type of hanging out. Like
I mean,
told-
we still talk.
like when I met
But
like
not the same.
when I met Victoria, I made sure that Hannah and Victoria met, even though Hannah hated her. I tried to make that relationship good because like I was like, well, look, like Victoria, I'm gonna be spending a lot of time with Hannah.
Yeah.
I don't want you guys to have bad blood for one another. And
No.
the same thing happened when I started dating Lauren. Was, hey, I'm really close with Hannah. Like I spent
Well,
a lot
don't
of
get
time
me
in her
wrong.
place,
I've had like my Ryan, who we were talking about earlier. Like
hated her, too.
that's a guy. Yeah, that never works. I feel like.
No, it does. It worked. It works. It
Eric
worked for me.
hated Ryan, but like Ryan is this guy best friend that I've had for like years and years. Every time we had somebody, we would tell each other, we'd like introduce them, be like, he was always like, especially with him, like girls he dates, always upfront, like, hey, listen, I have like this girl best friend I talk to all the time. So like, it's
I
not
feel
like
that's more like a respectful, like you guys were on the same page. I don't think that you and this last guy were on the same page.
No,
I don't think we
At
were
all.
on the same page as we talk about it. Like, wow, this is a therapeutic moment, and wow, now I understand this podcast.
No, okay, so I'm gonna I'm gonna come off as a huge dick. right now,
Austin,
okay?
you guys just gotta say it. Stop setting yourself up.
I love how Austin keeps on moving his vape farther and farther away from you.
She keeps taking it. That's fine.
Yeah,
Let's have fun with it.
So, dude, if a guy is spending time with a girl and being nice to her, he wants to fuck you. I'm like,
I feel like that's kind of a given, though.
right. But then when he goes, that's a given, right? But when he goes to the step of buying you things, that's him without okay. So it sounds like this dude was a little bit of a pussy.
Okay,
but
yeah.
at the same time, like, if he's buying you things, I feel like it's no offense,
No.
okay? I like you. But I feel like it's kind of a really mean thing to do is just be like, oh, okay, thank you for all these things.
No, don't get me
And
wrong.
then
I did kind of feel bad.
And then you don't reciprocate anything in return, you know
well,
what I mean?
you can't. I felt like it was, for me, it's not like I was completely like, oh my God, like, this is totally, like, fine. Like, I didn't, like, not, like, think a little harder about it. Like, I did feel bad sometimes, but on the other hand, you say he's getting, like, nothing in return. Like, that implies that if, like, a guy, like, takes me out to dinner, like, I need to, like, suck his dick or something. Like, why can't the pleasure of my company, like, I'm a great person to hang out with, great conversationalist.
Well, let's not
Why
get
is
ahead
that
of
not
ourselves
enough?
here.
Jesus Christ.
Listen, I'm not going to let you put me in a corner with your...
I'm on Darian's side here.
No, I know
Yeah,
how much-
thank you.
I'm
I
on your side.
knew it.
No,
Aiden is good. You're bad.
Whoa. I'm not
Okay,
saying.
wait.
I'm not saying that it's your responsibility.
No.
I'm not saying that you have to do all those sorts of things. But like, the big.
You feel like I took advantage of him.
No. I feel like he put himself in a weird
I
position.
agree. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
For
but I loved it.
sure. For sure. And I don't doubt you. Like, if there was a girl that would like hang around me like that, fuck yeah. You want to buy me shit? Fuck yeah.
See, okay.
Yeah,
this is how I feel
right?
about
Why
it.
wouldn't I let you do that? Of course.
I think the difference about the situation, because even me and Darian have had the kind of relationship where me and Darian will be sitting at dinner and be like, hey man, do you want to like buy my dinner for me?
Yeah, that's kind of a one-side. Oh, I was just going to make a joke about how I always buy Laura stuff, but that's not really true.
That's
It's
not true. That is not
You're
true.
just like, I thought of that immediately because you're always low on dinero, and I'm always sitting on stacks.
Yeah, that's true.
But the other day, I went on record as being like, LB, I'll give you, the next time I'm making money, like, I'll just give you some cash. And I'm going
You did
to.
say that. She's always
It's not
sitting on
that.
stacks.
It's
We're
not
just
that.
each other's
But
sugar daddy.
I think that's the difference between him like offering like, oh, like if her and him went out to dinner and he like ended up buying the dinner, like that's him making an attempt, but it was more of her like asking him and then
Yeah.
him saying yes. And that was like how her friendship dynamics usually are. Like with me, she'll ask me
I'm
to buy
an
her
upfront
food.
person.
She'll ask me to buy her dinner. And
If
I'll buy her
somebody
dinner.
owes me money, I'm like, I don't fuck around, like, give me my
Give me
money.
bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not shy about that.
I have a pretty good thing. Like I have a different dynamic with my friends. Like if for example, like I'll go out and grab stuff and I'll be like, hey, you guys need anything? But like, and I'm not too hard about it because I know that eventually in like the wash of us being
Friendship
friends,
accounting.
Yeah, like instead of like actually holding like legitimate accounting, like I just figure like you're gonna hit me back eventually, you know, like it'll wash out. But I don't really care too much for the like buying him stuff. I just think that like there should be some sort of realization that you guys were on totally different pages.
I agree with that.
Well,
Yeah.
then it was like, honestly, when he started dating somebody, I was her and I did act out.
Why? You
I-
didn't show any signs that you
Listen,
wanted them.
okay, in my mind, it was like, I kind of saw something happening, but I was waiting for a moment for him to be like, hey, like,
He's already too much of a pussy.
Listen, well, yeah, I realize that now, but in my mind, I was like, in a while, I saw this scenario playing out where he'd be like, hey, like, I think you're, like, super great, like, how would you like to do something as more than friends? And, like, that
If
would
you had
happen.
said that at any point in time to him, he would have jumped all over it.
I know,
The
no,
fact
that's not
that
me
you did-
saying that to him. That's
Yeah.
him saying it to me. I wouldn't have said that
And
to
I
him.
don't think you would have flown with it. I think you would have.
Well, in my mind, after this all happens and I'm like really pissed, I'm like, this could have happened. Because I felt like he did, and like even when Laura had her like recycle project or whatever, he like came out to like, he like drove to Detroit because I was doing her like raffle ticket
Oh
thing.
my god.
I feel
He like
so
drove
bad for
out
this
to
guy.
hang
I don't
out with
feel
me for
bad
like
for
an
him.
hour and a
He's
half.
Dude, I don't care. I feel bad for him.
That's pathetic.
Ugh.
That's I don't feel bad for him at all. Like that's fucking pathetic.
I would never do it, but I still
But that's
feel
why
bad.
I feel like that's when I'm saying, like, I feel like me and him were, like, we were, like, close. Because, like, we talked all the time. We
Can I
talked,
bring
like,
up the plate?
There's a total difference.
the what?
The plate.
The plate.
Plate.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was
This
getting
is,
to.
this is like an actual like.
tell
bad
me.
So he
Start with when you sent me the screenshot.
okay, so this guy won this Abraham Lincoln plate at our raffle, and we were holding on to it, or she was holding on to it for him because he like didn't, he wasn't there to pick it up. Quiet down. And so when he posted his relationship status, I screenshotted it to Darian, and she immediately wanted to destroy this plate that he won.
What?
I called Laura. I was, like, screaming. I was
She
like,
wanted
I'm
to,
so
like,
livid.
She wanted to smash the plate, and I'm like, no, don't smash the plate. It's a really cool plate. It has Abraham Lincoln on it. It looks really cool. I said, I'll buy it off you for $10. So I bought the plate off of her, and she sold his raffle prize to me,
Yeah.
and I gave it to someone else.
So basically, he doesn't. I mean, like, my thing is, like, I don't get mad often, but when I get mad, when I get that mad, I'm like in a blind rage. Like, oh,
She wants to destroy things.
I want to, like,
Light it on fire.
literally, like, I get so freaking pissed. But then, okay, so then I was like, I was like, me and him were talking. He's like, hey,
Wait,
where have you
what's
been?
this guy's name?
Will.
Okay,
Will?
so I was like,
Is it the same Will that you were seeing?
No.
oh my god, that would have been funny. The girl was Laura, by the way. That's the catch. That's
Oh
the
my
surprise
God.
twist at the end.
No.
But he was like, oh, so he was like, after a couple days, I was super pissed. I wasn't talking to him. He was like, hey, where have you been? So now, then that's what really, like, threw me for a loop. Because he's, like, acting so oblivious and whatever.
He's keeping you in the side.
Well, I was like, well,
In case he
that's why I
wants to
think,
sign out
that's
in the
why I
future,
think
yeah.
he didn't tell me. And I was like, so, like, tell me about this girl. And he was like, oh, well, like, blah, blah, like, go tell you, like, what do you need to know? And I was like, oh, what did I say?
I feel like
I
you
said
said
something
that's
really bitchy. He was like, what else do you want to know? And I was like, oh, that's probably enough. Or something. Like, I said something, like, super
It's just kinda
trite.
Okay. Like,
Okay, but then, like, I felt bad because he didn't answer. And a few days later, I was like, hey, like, I'm sorry for giving you a hard time. He's like, what are you talking about?
oh my god, this guy's so fucking pathetic. And you're kind of crazy about it, too.
Mm.
Like, both sides is, like, fucked. You realize that?
Well, sure.
Like, fuck that, dude. I could never.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. If I ever went out with a girl like to a dinner thing, I anticipate, like, if it's a set up date kind of thing, I'm first of all expecting to pay the bill. But like, if it's a formal date, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, if she asks me to do it, I'm never gonna see.
Have
I'm
you
sorry.
ever had someone ask you to do that?
No, never. And if somebody
Ask you
did
to do what?
to like pay for her dinner,
Marshall.
if she did, well, that's
Marshall's
different.
done to me.
Dude, that's
Marshall
your
will set-
buddy.
Marshall
Whatever.
will set me up. Marshall
That's
will be like,
completely
yo,
unrelated.
no.
Marshall will be like, yo, you want to get lunch? Like, meet me here. And I'll be like, yeah, dude, sounds
That's
great.
different.
And then
That
he'll be
has
like,
nothing to do with this.
I don't have any money with me. And I'll be like, why the fuck did
But
you
dude,
invite me out to lunch?
But dude, honestly, I'm never going out with that girl again.
Oh,
Like,
no, of
no,
course not.
obviously
Well,
not.
my thing
Okay.
is, like, it's usually, like,
Like,
I
respect.
wouldn't
It's,
be,
it
like,
is. It's a respect thing. Like,
I-
you.
my approach to it is I would never ask a guy, like, hey, let's go out to dinner. By the way, like, pay for me. Like, it's usually, like, a guy friend will be like, hey, do you want to go do this? And I'll be like, yeah, you buying? Because, like, I don't know. I just feel like that's the gentlemanly
That sounds
thing
like
to
something.
do.
If I invite you to something,
Yeah.
like-
Yeah, no, I'm not saying I'm just straight up, like,
except for first dates. First
First
dates are in the air.
a first date guy always pays.
Fuck that.
Or you're getting...
Fuck that.
Fuck that. If this first date is not going good, we're splitting the bill.
What happened to equality?
We are splitting the bill.
If you
You
ask...
get a second chance.
Okay.
You get a second chance on the second date, and if the second date goes well, I'll buy. If it's not, we're splitting the bill.
So if you ask a girl out,
Yeah.
let's go around the three amigos here. If you ask a girl out, don't you think you should pay? Like, if you invite a girl out on a date.
But usually it's not like I'm asking some girl out of the blue and she's like not
Yeah.
expecting that I take her out on a date. It's not
No.
like some sort of like I walk up to some random girl I know. This is a girl I've been talking to for probably about a couple days on Tinder. We've like,
Well,
would you like
Tinder
to,
is different.
Would you like to meet up? Or this is somebody that I know from like, you know, some other social group. Would you like to meet up at this time? Like
Tinder? No, I went out on one Tinder date and like we split the bill.
I do.
That's
It's like
different.
my first dates are almost like pre-dates. It's like more like I want to know is
Oh
there
well,
anything
yeah.
there?
Then I can
It's
respect
not like
that.
it's not like I've got a whole evening planned or like I'm taking you to some fine dinner. Like first date is like coffee or shitty diner. Like,
Yeah.
What are you about? Let's just sit down and talk and hang out. For a
Yeah,
moment.
that's completely.
We're
I
splitting
think
that
that's
bill.
completely acceptable.
That's how it is for me too.
Yeah, I
yeah.
agree.
It's gonna be cheap.
And a lot of
We're gonna
times,
split it.
the people who I attract, they usually pay for me. I don't pay for
Ooh,
them.
I like that,
I
Aiden.
don't care.
I
Yeah,
think
whatever.
I usually pull, I
I'll
pull
let you
that out.
pay.
I pull that out on the second or third date, but I don't usually have any expectations on the first date. But I usually find that I end up paying for myself because I keep on finding these really broke guys that have no
It's
money.
the type you
So,
go for.
but like here's another thing. So like I went to the Dirty Show and I brought Ashanti.
Yeah.
Ashanti.
I bought her ticket off of Jackson for
The
her.
celebrity.
Because it was last minute. She wasn't
Yeah,
expecting
yeah.
to go. She wasn't going to go otherwise.
Right.
Like that's like those sorts of things are a bit different.
Who's Ashanti?
Chick you works with.
Tinder chick?
No, chick I work with.
Chick you work with.
Really hot.
Okay.
Like
Nice.
those sorts of things. Like I'll pay. I think I even paid. I offered to pay for Maddie's ticket because Maddie wasn't. I don't know whether or not Maddie was originally going to go to that show.
Mm-hmm.
But like I offered to pay for that because it was like,
Did you
well,
end up paying for that?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either, but
I
I,
don't
feel like I
remember
remember
either.
that.
But I totally remember because like I don't think she was
I
going
think
to go.
you paid.
Yeah, because I don't think she was gonna go otherwise, and it's like those sorts of things. Like yeah, like if you're not gonna go,
Yeah.
unless
I think
like,
It's like
unless,
I'd rather have fun with you.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
like I think the difference like between like Tinder dating, like I would never like if I like did that again, I would never expect somebody unless they were like super like overly nice. Like it would still kind of bug me, but I wouldn't expect
I'll be overly
it.
nice, but you're paying for your own shit. Like, fuck it. Like, I have, like, dated girls, and, like, after, like, a long period of dating, like, you still, like, pay for, like, most of,
Oh,
like,
well,
what you're
after
doing.
a while.
Yeah, because
I
like,
mean,
what?
I'm not expecting like Daddy Warbucks like take me shopping. Like, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like that's like one thing. Like, I'm super into just like independence of women, but I still feel like as a rule when like dating, like a guy should pick up the check. Like,
All the time or when?
I mean, like like you should be able to if you have to.
Like, if I'm planning, here's the thing. If I'm planning to take you somewhere that's expensive, right, or that's nicer than average, than like an average shitty diner that we might go to, then I'll pay for that, or at least I'll offer to pay for that.
So a nicer thing you'll pay for it.
Yeah, but if we're just going to meet up somewhere, we're going to the movies, we're going like to like something small.
And
like
I don't
that,
really know you.
And exactly.
Fuck you. I don't know you.
Fuck
I'm not
that.
paying for your shit.
That's on you.
If I know
Okay,
you, I'm taking
but
you out.
if
I'll pay
so
for
say
you.
you go
But
on a
like,
date with a girl to a Coney or whatever, and you end up really liking her, you really want a second date.
Yeah.
You pick up the check in that
I'd offer.
scenario?
yeah,
I'd offer.
yeah, I'd offer.
But it's
You'd
like,
offer.
No, yeah, you
Oh, well, I guess I'm
definitely
not
offer.
like
I
that, 'cause
what's
not
weird is, like,
everybody
I'll
wants that.
offer, like, can I pick up the bill?
See, nowadays you're walking a fine line because there's some women out there where you're like they'll get
Okay.
offended.
Fuck all these.
That's
people.
right.
I don't
TBT.
fucking
So
know.
it's like
I'm wrong,
It's like,
no
what
matter
the
what
fuck
I do.
do we do?
Go
One
fuck
time-
Why I
yourself.
asked to pick it up.
I'm
Me-
fucking flipping the table and
People
leaving.
will get, sometimes
Justin.
people get pissed if you ask.
Okay, do you remember one time me and Justin walked into Dunkin' Donuts together, and we were like getting something, and I like ordered, and then somebody called me, and I walked away. So Justin ended up having to pay for
Yeah,
my
that
thing.
fucking sucked. I don't remember it, but I'm sure I was pissed.
It was like $2.
I don't remember, but
it
I'm
was
sure I
so
was fucking
funny
pissed.
'cause
Either that or I had Carol
that
or
was-
whoever give it to me for free because I was fucking pissed.
It wasn't like it wasn't on purpose,
It was
but
some
if
Home
it
My
had
Life
been, it
shit,
would have
that's
been
right.
a straight
Yeah.
con move.
Fucking-
I just remembered
That's some
that.
fucking Marshall.
Did I ever tell
That's
you?
some like Marshall bullshit.
I've never heard
That was so.
story.
No, it was like me
Fuck
and
it,
Justin.
you owe me a coffee.
Okay, fine.
Mhm.
When do you want to give me out?
You're fucking buying. I feel like you got a big tab.
Justin,
with
I'm gonna
with some fucking
buy.
miserable
Yeah,
guys
Justin,
who
I'm
aren't
gonna
getting
take
any.
you out on like the most magnificent dinner, dancing,
Go to like Walmart or something.
whatever you want, baby. Walmart.
Be my sugar mama.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, that's really funny. I just remembered that. That was like a really spiritual night for me and Justin. Cause like we went to the. Do you
That's weird.
remember?
I remember a lot of this shit and it was fucking weird.
Okay.
Fucking
Well, never
weird.
mind. Let's move on. I just had to tell that story because I just remembered for the first time ever. I feel like I must have given you like, but that's just the kind of like I feel like I can get away with that. So I
You
did.
got away with it
'Cause
until
you're
today.
a con.
I'm a
Until
kid
today. You
at
should have
it.
brought it up because I totally forgot about
I
it.
just, well, it was like too funny not to talk about. Like, friggin' LB was like crying over here. He was like wiping tears
yeah.
out of her eyes. It's funny.
The more this conversation goes on, the more I feel bad for the dude.
I don't feel bad for
I don't
him.
feel bad.
I mean, no, he should have
Austin,
done
you're the
something
only
about
one who
it, but
keeps saying,
like,
like, I feel so bad for him.
dude, poor motherfucker.
I love
He's
him.
just
I
trying
so
to.
love
He's
him.
just like all of
I
us.
miss him a lot.
He just doesn't know how to deal with like trying to get some pussy.
If you
I
want
don't-
a specific type of relationship, then,
Yeah.
then you either like have that sort of relationship or you don't have a relationship with that person.
Yeah, agreed.
Like if you have
You
it in
can't
your
just
mind,
like hope. You can't just hope.
you can't hope. You
Yeah.
have to be very upfront about it and very just like
Well-
look, like I want
Yeah.
this type of relationship with you. If you can't, if you don't want to be a part of that type of relationship, then
Then
I don't.
fuck off. Yeah,
I don't
I
want
can't.
like I'm not interested in you as a friend. I'm interested in you as somebody else.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, like I said,
I'm
like
not
I
gonna
was
settle.
waiting for that to happen, but it just didn't happen.
If that
And-
doesn't happen like within like the first fucking week of you guys hanging out, then it's not.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you're missing a key part of the story that I said early on, which is that I did go on there was like a romantic pretense at one point, like a year previous, and we went on a date, and he was like, such a bad kisser. And like, I kind of just was like.
Such a bad kisser.
I
Well,
was
you suck.
whispering for dramatic effect. But I don't know, I just kind of like told him it wasn't going to work out. And then it was like a year later, we were like friends again.
Friends again.
Friends again.
Yeah.
Right?
Fuck that.
Right.
Fuck.
So
That
that's
post
the end of my yarn. I feel like that was meaningful. So that was my contribution.
Aiden, you've been silent. How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, Aiden.
Right on.
You guys. Hey guys.
Aiden's radio voice.
I don't have a radio voice.
I know.
We need to get that actual radio show going down at school.
What actual radio
I
show?
just need to talk to my friend, but he hasn't.
What is
I don't
the
think he's
what
on.
is the
Are you guys
topic?
gonna be the Wayne State radio?
We would just have our a music show, like a couple hours long.
You have DJ names?
No, you don't have DJ names.
Why don't you have DJ names?
DJ Randolph.
That's fucking
What
gay.
it'd be like the bearded lady, and you'd obviously be the bearded
No,
lady.
it would be like
and-
Seymour Butts and
Huge erection.
yes,
Mm.
please.
Anita, BJ.
Oh my god.
Phil McCracken.
Yeah, Ben Dover.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Does that ever
Mike
end?
Hawk.
I actually remember clearly that Owen
And his
would
cousin Mike Hunt.
Yeah.
Owen would order packages under the name Phil McCracken.
Or Dan Gleesack.
Whatever.
Dan Gleesack.
Do you guys still talk to Owen or nah?
Not really, no. Owen never talked to any of us.
Not really, like
No.
occasionally, but
Okay.
I've never spent one-on-one time with Owen.
One time I drove Owen home, and
Was
he
it
took a
weird?
really long time to get out of my car. I was just like, I got to his house and we talked. It was like 2 a.m. I think I had to work the next day, and he just like talked to me for like 30 minutes, and I was like, please get
Go
out.
home.
why was he? What was he trying to say to you?
I think he liked Laura at that point, but it hadn't come out yet. But he was kind of just like, oh yeah, like Laura's really great, and I'm like, yeah, I know, please. Like, it's time for me to leave.
Wait, that's so weird that he had like a time frame where he was like lusting after you.
Oh, for
I always
sure.
in my
That's
head,
nice,
in my
man.
head, like I always thought that thing was like spur of the moment.
Oh no.
That was
Not
very
at all.
premeditated.
That was premeditated.
No, it wasn't like the actual action was not premeditated, but like the feelings were like
The seeds were
there.
planted long ago.
Oh yeah.
Were they
Months
mutual or
before.
was it just him?
There was. I remember talking to Darian being like, I don't know what I feel.
Okay.
Oh, that's what you. What did you think that I? No.
I just remember you being like, like, you know what I'm,
Like, I
you
don't
know what I'm
you're
getting
saying,
at.
Please.
Like she,
Like, this is bad.
I don't want to put you in a tight spot.
Oh no. Put me in a tight spot.
Okay, so I just remember going out with Laura one day. We were like catching lunch or something. She was like, yeah, I've been talking to like Andrew's friend Owen a lot. And then she like showed me this picture that he sent her of like him in bed kind of. And it wasn't like really like sexual, but it still wasn't a picture. It was like weird that you would send that to your
Like,
like
out
best
of
friend's
Snapchat?
girlfriend. I don't
No,
think
I
it was
think it
a
was, like,
snap.
a normal
It was
picture.
like him in bed
It
with
was
like
Snapchat,
blankets
I'll
being
send
like.
pictures of like me and my hairy bush to people.
No, I think it was like an actual picture, like
Whatever.
in a conversation.
But she was I don't really remember, but I just remember being like, Laura. There was like me and Laura's like at least 50% of our relationship is being like, Laura, I don't know if you should do that.
And I'm like, I'm gonna do it anyway.
But then that's like the
Yeah.
great thing is because she comes right back to me, tells me she doesn't. I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. Then we laugh about it.
It's true. We do.
It's a special dynamic.
It's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think.
Calling it quits.
I'm calling it quits.
How long have
man.
we been
Tapping
talking
out.
for?
Fucking way too long.
How long is it?
Hour 22.
That's like the normal length. That's honestly the length of all the episodes.
Bye.
Fuck all of you.
Fuck you, Austin. You're such a dick to our fucking wonderful listeners.
Poshcast.
Another podcast sponsored by LB.
And
Thanks, LB.
Poshcast.
Who else was sponsoring us?
Let's see.
Wait, how did
R&R
you
whiskey.
become a
R&R
They
whiskey.
just don't know it yet.
Yeah, they just don't know it yet.
Camel cigarettes.
Fucking
They just
cigarettes.
don't know
R&R
it yet.
Cigarettes.
We already said R&R.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Can
that's
I
about it.
diamonds in the
Apathy.
sink?
Diamonds in the fucking
What?
sink.
Sponsored by Diamonds in the Sink.
What the fuck?
A new
Clink, clink,
fragrance
clink,
by
clink,
Darian
clink,
McIntosh.
Clink, clink, clink.
All right. Fuck off. Take care. Goodbye.